Hello viewers, welcome to Business Booster. I'm Venurao Vijayrao Dindi and this is our special segment, Sunday Strategies.
Welcome. We explore how India's IP drives global creative growth.
Let's dive into the blueprint. Industry where pixels are the new currency and stories are the only border, one nation is preparing to launch a full-scale assault on the global entertainment economy. Today we decode the weapon of choice, the FICCI EY Report 2026, and I have the only co-panelist sharp enough to process this data in real time, our 3DCG mascot Akshay. Akshay, are the systems ready?
Processors primed, Venurao ji. The numbers are aggressive. Let's analyze.
For those new to the conversation, the FICCI EY report isn't just a document. It's the annual MRI scan of India's media and entertainment sector. For over a decade, it has tracked our journey from a services hub to a creative powerhouse. But the 2026 iteration, launched just last week in Mumbai, marks a paradigm shift. It's no longer just about reporting growth. It's a strategic war manual for the AVGC-XR sector. Animation, visual effects, gaming, comics, and extended reality. The launch in Mumbai was electric. The key takeaway, India's AVGC-XR market is projected to hit a valuation that demands global respect. But the report stresses a critical point. India cannot remain the world's post-production office. The secret sauce for global domination, according to the data, is shifting from made in India to created by India. Dear Akshay, please break down that distinction for us.
Certainly. Made in India means we are the world's best vendors, excellent at rendering, modeling, and VFs for Hollywood and Japanese studios. Created by India means owning the story and available in QX and Decoded.
The FICCI EY Report 2026 highlights a significant trend.
A 45% increase in global streaming revenue for Indian origin IPs in the last 18 months alone.
But to understand the present, we must look at the history the report documents. 10 years ago, the strategy was survival, taking on outsourced work. 5 years ago, it was about building capacity. The 2026 report for newer to beast. The successful studios dominating the worldwide audience market today, from North America to Southeast Asia, share a common history. They didn't just make content, they built ecosystems. They created one original IP, protected it fiercely, and scaled it across gaming, merchandise, and theme parks.
This is how IP becomes a global powerhouse.
The Mumbai blueprint shows the way.
The promise the FICCI EY report holds for stakeholders is unification. For studios, it offers a roadmap to access the $200 billion global animation market.
For investors, it identifies the high-growth subsectors, specifically original IP development and XR-based theme attractions.
For the government, it provides the data needed to build the infrastructure.
The future isn't just about making one hit movie. It's about creating a legacy asset.
So how do stakeholders benefit specifically? The report outlines 3 pillars. First pillar is policy. It calls for a dedicated AVGC-XR fund, similar to the innovation fund seen in successful Canadian and French models. Second pillar is the talent. It highlights the need to bridge the academia-industry gap. We produce thousands of artists, but the report shows we need more storytellers who understand global structure. The third pillar is monetization. This is the big one. How do we move from selling services to selling subscriptions and tickets for our own ideas? The secret to dominating the worldwide audience market, as synthesized by the EY analysis, is a simple mantra. Global core, local soul. The most successful non-Western IPs in recent years didn't try to mimic American superheroes. They leaned into their unique cultural ethos but wrapped it in universally understood themes: courage, family, justice. They invested in world-class visual fidelity, the global core, while preserving authentic storytelling, the local soul. Akshay, what does the report say about culturally rooted IPs?
The report shows IPs with distinct cultural roots but universal storytelling have a 60% higher retention rate on global platforms than generic imitations.
For the Indian creators watching who want to raise their own original IPs for the worldwide audience, here is your step-by-step guide distilled from the FICCI EY Report 2026. Step 1. The Bible. Do not start with a trailer. Start with an IP Bible. The report emphasizes that global co-production partners don't buy ideas, they buy universes. Your Bible must include character backstories, cultural logic, and a 5-season arc.
Acknowledged. A solid foundation.
Exactly. This builds global resonance and long-term success. Step 2. The prototype. Use India's strength in tech. Create a 90-second short or a playable game demo. The report notes that visual assets reduce risk for investors by 40%. Step 3. The hybrid fundraise. Don't just look at Bollywood. The report identifies a new wave of AVGC-focused venture capital funds. Combine this with government incentives mentioned in the report to structure a deal that retains your creator rights. Step 4. The co-production. Partner with a studio in a key territory. Japan for gaming, Europe for art house animation, or the US for distribution. The report shows co-productions de-risk cultural translation. Step 5. The transmedia launch. Launch your IP simultaneously across two mediums, say a comic book and a YouTube series. The report calls this the dual to touchpoints immediately. Venurao, the one variable the report cannot quantify but which remains the ultimate success factor is patience. The global studios dominating today built their libraries over decades. The FICCI EY Report 2026 provides the map, giving stakeholders the confidence to invest in a 10-year horizon. For Indian creators, the time to build your asset. This is India's IP revolution. For Indian creators, the time to build your asset, your IP is now. The infrastructure is ready, the global audience is hungry for new voices, and the data proves the demand is there. Akshay, as always, processing the future for us. Thank you. So, to our audience, the creative professionals, the studios, the dreamers, my pleasure, Venurao. The FICCI EY Report 2026 isn't just a collection of statistics. It is a mirror reflecting how India doesn't just participate in the global AVGC-XR industry. India defines Sunday strategies on Business Booster. Keep building.
Executing shutdown sequence. Data saved. Future status. Optimistic.